Subscribe. What comes next requires witnesses. There is a difference between silence and absence. In February of 1994, a team of 11 researchers learned that difference in the most profound way possible. They were in the Mackenzie Valley, studying infrasound, the sound below human hearing. They were the best in their fields. On the morning of February 18th, all communication ceased. A routine check-in was missed. When a helicopter reached the site 2 days later, they found a perfectly intact camp. Tents stood. Mugs of coffee, half-finished, sat on tables, frozen solid. The generators were fueled. Laptops, open, their screens dark. It was a still life of interrupted lives. But there were no people. No signs of struggle. No footprints leading away. It was as if they had been lifted from the fabric of the world. The official report, when it finally came, was a masterpiece of bureaucratic mystery. Cause of disappearance, undetermined. It cited the vast wilderness, the dangers of cold. It quietly closed the file. But I have spent the last 4 years reopening it. My name is Alex. And what I found wasn't an ending. It was a key. The first clue was the sound. Not a sound they heard, but a sound they made. Buried in the evidence logs was a reference to a digital audio recorder, recovered from the site. Its solid-state memory was nearly full. It had been left running. The official transcript simply said, contains approximately 14 hours of ambient noise, followed by an indeterminate vocal utterance. I used every contact I had to get a copy of that file. For 14 hours, it's true. Just the hiss of an empty forest at night. The creak of trees. Then, at 14 hours, 3 minutes, and 17 seconds, a voice. It's Dr. Elena Petrova, the team's lead geophysicist. She doesn't sound scared. She sounds mesmerized. It's manifesting. God, it's a standing wave. A perfect, harmonic standing wave in the air itself. It's not a sound, it's a structure. We can see the silence. It's beautiful. We're going to approach. That's the last word. Approach. Approach what? The standing wave? The structure of silence? The second clue was the time. Every single timepiece in that camp stopped. Watches, the laptop clocks, a digital wall clock in the mess tent. All of them. Frozen at 3:04 a.m. The same moment Petrova's recording ends. This wasn't a panic. It was a threshold. My research led me down a rabbit hole of obscure physics papers and declassified military experiments from the Cold War. There's a theory, on the very fringes of acoustic science, called coherent resonance collapse. The idea that under perfect, stable conditions, specific atmospheric pressure, temperature, geomagnetic alignment, a low-frequency sound wave could, theoretically, achieve a state of perfect stability. It would no longer be a moving wave. It would be a stationary object of resonant energy. Invisible. Unheard. But there. A mirage made of vibration. A door made of a note you cannot hear. I believe the team's own infrasound emitters, combined with a once-in-a-century alignment of atmospheric conditions in that valley, accidentally created such a phenomenon. A Trinity object. And in a state of collective, awestruck rapture, they did what all great scientists do. They approached it. They crossed its threshold. And the moment they did, the resonant energy field interacted with every electromagnetic system around it, freezing time in a localized bubble. It didn't kill them. It translated them. This is not a ghost story. It is a hypothesis. And in 2 weeks, I will test it. Because I'm not just an investigator. I'm an acoustic engineer. With the data from that site, the weather patterns, the geomagnetic logs, I've reverse engineered their setup. I've identified another location. A place in northern Scandinavia where the same atmospheric conditions are predicted to align in 14 days. I have built a portable array. I am going there. And I am going to attempt to recreate the conditions of that night. Not to disappear, but to open a window. To see if I can detect the resonance. To see if I can hear the shape of the silence they described. And I am going to broadcast it all. Live. On this channel. This is why I need you to subscribe. To hit that bell. This isn't just for views. When I am in that remote location, your subscription, your presence in that live stream is my signal boost. It is what tells the algorithms to prioritize the stream, to ensure the data gets out, no matter what. I am not asking you to watch a mystery. I am asking you to witness an experiment. To be part of the data set. We will either observe nothing but static and wind, or we will observe the unobservable. We will have the first piece of direct evidence that our reality is far stranger, far more resonant, than we ever believed. The story of the Mackenzie Valley 11 didn't end in 1994. It paused. On insert date, we press play. Subscribe. Be here. Let's find out what they found.